The whole world is talking about GenAI, but do all of us know how to use GenAI and how to build our GenAI applications? Maybe not. It's perfectly okay. Subscribe to my channel and I'm gonna help you understand GenAI and build your own GenAI application in just a few weeks' time. I'm gonna launch a series of videos where we will first learn the basics of GenAI, what it means, and then we will start doing hands-on. These videos are going to be very simple that any one of us can understand, and you don't even need prior machine learning knowledge to understand this. Let's get started. Today we are going to understand few basic GenAI terminologies and what they mean and how you can use them in your application. So let us start with understanding what is GenAI in itself. So GenAI, in simple terms, it is just a branch of AI which can generate or create content for you. Like it can create text, it can create audio, it can create images, video, code generation, anything. So an AI that can generate content for you, in simple terms, is called generative AI. Now, how do you work with these generative AI models? Right? How do you work with AI? So this is the best part. You work with AI like the way I'm talking to you, pure English. Yes, these AI models understand English and many other languages. You don't need to do much of coding to talk with these languages or to talk with these models. Rather, you can just use your plain simple English language itself to talk with these models and get the output what you wanted. Now, that takes us to the next section of this video on understanding what is prompt. So prompt is nothing but the communication what you will have with the model. I just told you that you talk with the GenAI models in English. So whatever you are saying in English becomes the prompt. And prompt is the input to these GenAI models. Now, what a prompt can look like. Let us say you want to create an image. You can tell to the model, hey, you create an image of a beautiful couple standing near a river with a mountain background. You can say, also show the sun setting down slightly behind seas. So this is your prompt and the input to your model. So model is going to understand your instructions and going to create a wonderful image. Now let us talk about some of the prompt engineering techniques. So the first one is called zero-shot prompting. So what we do is just like what we just saw. You tell the model exactly what you want and you expect the model to give you the output what you are looking for. You do not provide any examples or anything. While GenAI models are very intelligent, they have strong capabilities, they will do what you're asking for. But at times, it can be a little dumb like me. So what do? You are explaining something to someone they do not understand. You give an example of how to do things right. That is what is called one-shot prompting, where you give an example to the model on how it should behave, and then you ask your question. It is like your manager giving you a reference of a past work and saying, hey, refer to this and do something similar. That is what is one-shot prompting. Let us say the model is still dumb, or maybe your requirements are complex. What do? You provide more examples, and that is what in simple terms is called multi-shot prompting. So generally you start with a zero-shot prompt. If you don't see the model understanding you, you can change to either one-shot or a multi-shot prompt. Now let's quickly talk about the next hard concept called RAG. If you have any friends working in GenAI or anyone in your company using GenAI, I'm sure you have heard this term called RAG. So what is RAG? So RAG is Retrieval-Augmented Generation. Now, as I said, these models are brilliant. These models are like class toppers. Still, they at times do not know something. Let us say you are building a bot for Facebook, where someone is asking, hey Facebook, how are my posts working recently? Am I getting good amount of likes and comments? Now the model will obviously not know how many likes you got or how many comments you got. You have to extract or retrieve that information and give it to the model. The model can read the user's question, can read this data, and finally give an answer. So this is what is called Retrieval-Augmented Generation. The process of you extracting information becomes the retrieval, and you are augmenting that or adding that to the user's question. What was the question? Hey, how are my posts working? Am I getting good amount of likes and comments? That is augmentation. Now the model is going to read both of them and give the final answer, which is called generation. So what is your prompt here? Your question plus the relevant data becomes the complete prompt. You augmented both and make the model give you output. So this in simple terms is called RAG. Now RAG can be anything. You can retrieve or extract data from your database or from your PDF or Word documents, from your Excel sheet, anything you want, you can do RAG based on that. Please subscribe to our channel so that you will understand RAG in the subsequent videos which we are going to launch. Now, before we close this video, stay with me to learn just one more concept which is going to help you a lot in the upcoming videos. The concept of embedding. Now, as we were speaking about RAG, I just told you that you can retrieve your data from documents, PDFs, Excel sheet, and everything. Here is where embedding comes into picture. So embedding is a form of representing your data in a numerical manner. Let's say I love India. Representing I love India in a kind of zeros and ones is what we can say in simple terms an embedding. So let's look at it. Let us say I'm saying I like India. The numerical representation is going to look something like this. And let's say you say I love India. Now this is the numerical representation. As you can see, it's very similar but slightly different. Now my friend said, "Hey, samosa bilkul badhiya ho raha hai. Samosa is hot." Now the numerical representation is something completely different. So do you see the pattern there? Similar text or similar data have similar numerical representation, and completely different data has a different numerical representation. This helps you get relevant data and give it to the model. So basically helps you do better RAG. If some user is asking about samosa, you give the data about samosas to the model. If some user is asking about India, you give the data about India to the model. So this, in simple terms, is RAG. So we learned a few basic terminologies today, starting with what is GenAI, how do we use it, prompt, few techniques, RAG, and then we also learned embedding. So that brings us to the end of this video. Please stay tuned, and soon we will start building our own GenAI application. Thank you.